For many years now, the Navajo Native Americans have been fooled about how they feel about our Earth. In nearly all the cultures, there are many mysteries and legends that have one foot in reality and the other in the supernatural world. Some of the most mysterious legends comes from the indigenous people of North America. Many of the legends have been passed on from generations, and today the few people that represent those ancient tribes tell of those legends. Some of these stories revolve around the treatment of our planet, while others talk about the mysterious entities and animals that share the planet with us. Whether you're a believer of these stories or not, there's no denying they've grabbed the attention of many worldwide. One thing that's known about the Native Americans is that they respect Mother Earth and the things that live on it. They are very in tune with Mother Nature, and this has given them a respect that many of this Earth don't have. They understand how important the Earth is and everything must work together in order for things to play out. Some Native American elders have said that this is the problem with modern day people. They've forgotten where they come from and that this Earth can easily be damaged. If this happens, then things stop working and the Earth suddenly doesn't work as one. Native Americans put a lot of energy and time into becoming one with themselves and their spirit animal, even taking on certain traits of said animal. It's been suggested that because they are more in tune with the Earth and spend more time studying everyday things around them, it's allowed them to pick up on things like prophecies. A Native American individual may have a dream or be taken on a journey that will reveal a truth. Once they have this prophecy, they feel like they have to share it around, and they do this in order to make the world a better place. For example, some Native Americans have talked about the decline humanity is experiencing. They have said that the end of the US is coming, and this is because many have lost touch with what really matters. They have said that many people don't care about the planet and this is making them lose their connection. Native Americans often talk about the arrival of Christopher Columbus being a low point, and that from this time on wars have continued on their land. They believe this was the first human fight that started to rip us from Mother Nature. The exact numbers are not known, but the elders have said that their numbers have declined dramatically. They said that someone wanted to wipe them off the Earth. The Native Americans believe that in order for everyone to live peacefully, each individual must focus on giving more. They say that modern people are too busy looking out for themselves and seeing what they can get from life, whereas they should be focusing more energy on giving back to others than the Earth itself. They say this doesn't apply to everyone as there are still people who work to make the world a better place. But as a whole, we have forgotten about the connection and where we originally came from. Having a relationship with the Earth is important to them, as they say this helps us to better understand problems, and allows us to deal with them in a better manner. They also blame that the way we treat the planet is causing increased natural disasters. They point to the fact that in the last few years alone, there has been a massive increase in earthquakes, thunderstorms, flooding, natural fires, volcanic eruptions, and tornadoes. The Native American Indians say, however, they are not surprised, as this was part of the prophecy. A few have pointed out how this sounds negative, but the Native Americans don't believe that passing away is the end. They believe that after you pass away, you simply move on to the next stage. Interestingly, some chiefs have said that when the world is corrupt and bad things are happening, it has a negative effect on the planet. Regardless of your views, people have said that looking out for planet Earth is a good thing, and that all the Native American people are trying to do is look out for our planet. Some have even said they're technically right in what they're saying. Recent studies have announced that back in 2017 and 2018, air pollution in the United States got worse, and that further work is needed to increase quality air. Although some may be tired of hearing about plastic pollution, it's becoming a real issue in the modern day. Plastic is handy, but the only issue with this is the accumulation of these products has led to increased amounts of plastic pollution around the world. It may not sound like a big deal, but plastic is composed of major toxic pollutants, and researchers have come forward and said that it has the potential to cause great harm to the environment. This is in the form of air, water and land pollution. One of the places that's currently struggling is India. In fact, doctors have come forward and said that pollution is affecting the locals, with one doctor saying that they've been treating young children, and most of these are being treated for abdominal sickness from the contaminated environment. This pollution has started to negatively impact the natural environment and create problems for plants, wildlife and even human populations. This includes killing plant life and posing dangers to local animals. Plastic is an incredibly useful material, but it's also made from toxic compounds known to cause illness, and because it's meant for durability, it's not biodegradable. A worrying statistic is that during 2013, 300 million tons of plastic were produced, and this was a 4% increase from 2012. So although it may sound bad what the Native Americans are saying, some have said it's actually based on facts. Aside from their prophecies, the Native Americans are also known for their legends. For many years they have talked about encountering mysterious creatures, and even avoid some people if they believe they are these creatures. One of the most well known is that of the skinwalker. Described as a witch-like creature that could turn itself into an animal, these skinwalker stories have been around for a while. According to the stories, the skinwalkers were most frequently seen as foxes, coyotes, wolves, crows, eagles or owls. Some stories even tell of skinwalkers attacking people by appearing as their relatives, or an acquaintance. The abilities of the skinwalker depend on who you ask, but most say they're able to possess the bodies of their prey by looking into their eyes. This way they were able to control the actions of the person. Many people believe that skinwalkers are still present in South and North America, and some people have even claimed to have been chased by them. It's said that skinwalkers are able to run at incredibly fast speeds, and they can cover a distance of more than 200 miles without stopping. It's said the skinwalkers are usually present near the graveyards and vanish very quickly if they need to, and many describe their encounters as being frightening. Some researchers have tried to solve their mystery. However, there is no credible evidence of a skinwalker-like creature in existence. Whatever the truth is behind the modern-day skinwalkers, the Navajo people have some eerie tales to tell about this legendary creature, and stories of these entities are still being told to this day. Another mysterious creature is that of the deer woman. Many Native American tribes have told the legend of the deer woman. This creature is also known as the deer lady, and it's described as a spirit that's associated with love and fertility. It's primarily considered to be a gentle spirit. However, in some of the legends, she lures in men and ends their existence. As the name suggests, the deer lady appears as a beautiful young woman or a deer. Sometimes she's been described as having a human-like body with some characteristics of a deer. What makes the legend of the deer woman quite fascinating is the fact that many tribes have documented the sightings of this supernatural creature. Some of the stories about this beautiful mythical entity reveal that seeing the deer woman can be a warning sign, or a sign of personal transformation. According to some traditions, the deer woman is quite fond of dancing and can often be seen by those who are feeling sad. While most of the accounts of the deer woman show her to be a nice spirit, some accounts tell otherwise. According to some stories, the deer woman is actually an evil spirit that appears in the form of a very beautiful woman. This spirit feeds on the life forces of others. Many of the ancient legends that tell about the deer woman also reveal how people defended themselves once they encountered this beautiful creature. Some tribes used smoke to scare away the deer woman, while others relied upon special prayers to keep themselves safe from this creature. The tribal ancestors of the Native American tribes used to look at the feet of the woman, especially if they came across a woman in the forest. It's believed that the deer woman has the hoofs of a doe, and she usually tries to hide them from others. This is in order to not get her cover blown. If a person is able to quickly expose their hoofed feet, she immediately leaves the area, as spotting her hoofed feet also breaks the enchantment that she puts on her victims. As of today, people are still reporting having encounters with the Deer Woman, with some suggesting that the creature could also be known as a cryptid called the Deer Man. Regardless, the Native Americans are cautious when it comes to being around these beings. So what do you make of these Native American prophecies about our planet? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and help us by growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.